We find ourselves a year before the death of Savras in an unfamiliar place, Galveston in southern Kino. The continent is united behind a single government, and the resistance hides in the shadows. Even though we are getting to know the deeds of a rogue Kino Initiative task force, there are others. In this long and girthy tale, we follow a sexy threesome as they mingle their way and share an intimate experience as they come together to solve a big, hard task. Will their prowess in the bedroom win the day? Perhaps their skills with their mighty weapons? Or perhaps their mage's agile fingers will bring the story to a climax. I guess we're about to find out, as we welcome our friend Ned from Encounter Party to the third side story of The Lucky Die. Warning, this episode gets raunchy and crude. Listener discretion advised.
For today's session, we're going to be doing something a little bit different from the beaten path. We're going to be playing Sexy Battle Wizards. Ooh. We're going to go into character creation first. We're going to go around the proverbial table here and have each of you make your character, and then I'll do a quick concept of what the mechanics are so everybody understands how this game works, because it's a little weird. And then we're going to do some real stupid shit for like an hour or two. All right, so to start off with, and this is for all three of you to do, Sexy Battle Wizards works like this. You have three stats: Sexy, Battle, and Wizard. Sexy is you use to charm cuties with your slick style and rockin' bod, and I'm reading this straight off the sheet. This is how it's described. Battle is harm your foes with your mighty martial prowess. And then Wizard, which is you weave the eldritch arts of magic. I need all of you to rate your stats 1, 2, and 3. 3 being your most powerful stat, 1 being your weakest. And this is going to come into play later when I explain how the mechanics are going to work for success and failure.
Done.
So, let's start with V first. So V, we're going to make the aspects of your character, and then you can tell us their race, since this is all going to be taking place in Kino. Mm-hmm. And then we'll move on. So V, first off, we're going to find out, why are you so sexy? Roll a d6, please.
That is a 3.
3. You are sexy because of your impeccable, pristine style.
Impeccable style. Okay. I think that works well.
And next we need to figure out what your signature weapon is. Roll 2d10. Pick one that's going to be the first, and then one that's going to be the second.
Yep. 7 is the first.
Okay.
And 6 is the second.
6 is the second?
Yep.
So your signature weapon is an ember cannon.
Okay.
Which is actually funny, because that's actually one of the examples in the art for the one-page sheet, is a ember cannon being shown as like a pistol.
Oh, cool. Can I make it a derringer?
Sure.
Excellent.
I feel like you should make it your walking cane.
No, it's a derringer. It fits really well with the character.
That works. And now, finally, we need to figure out what your school of magic is.
Sure.
Roll a d6, please.
1.
Okay, a 1. Your magic school is the Lore of Light. Now, what that means is very ambiguous and essentially up to you, as long as it fits within that concept. But we'll go into that later.
Okay.
All right. So then, what is your character's race and I guess name as well is kind of sort of a little bit important.
My character is a tabaxi because sex kitten. Why wouldn't I do that? Her name is Jessica. She mostly wears like a long red robe, which shows a lot of her leg all the way up to like her underwear line. And she has flowing like red hair on the top, and she wears purple gloves.
Nice. Okay. So that is character number 1 done. We have Jessica the Tabaxi. All right, then. Why don't we have Ned, you go next then.
Well, hello. With a D6.
Hi. So, D6 for why are you so sexy?
A 2.
2. You are sexy because of your majestic hair, beard, or mustache, or whatever mixture you would like.
Copy that.
And
Just gonna
then
have a wolf face and
2d10 for your signature weapon. Pick 1 to be the first and then 1 to be the second.
9, then 1.
You have a rift hammer as your signature weapon.
A rift hammer?
That's what the description is. 9 is a rift and then 1 is hammer.
Okay.
So you have a rift hammer.
Ready for it.
And then finally your magic school. D6, please.
3.
You are skilled in the secrets of occult shadowmancy.
I feel
Copy.
like you two are
Okay,
going to
so
argue about your magic.
I have.
What I'm hearing is you're essentially like an overly charismatic necromancer with like the full fucking wizard beard.
Bringing romance back to necromancy.
Yeah.
And then just a giant fucking hammer. Giant like purple, like void shadowy looking hammer.
So, but with majestic facial hair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, you've got
Oh,
those,
you have a Fu Manchu going on. Fu Manchu.
Ooh.
So this is going to be a little weird with the race that I've chosen, but I think it's going to work out real nice.
What is your race?
So everyone, please meet Bear Hug the Bugbear.
Ooh, you have extra facial hair then.
Bear
you've
Hug
got
the
just-
Bugbear has a perfectly coiffed, I would say mane, but it's his entire body. He's a bugbear. So coiffed fur, and then on top of that fur, he has grown out certain places so that he has a full, gorgeous handlebar mustache, and he has a luscious beard, and it's very distinct on top of the hair because the hair is so well groomed. So he has groomed fur, and then a handlebar mustache and a full luxurious beard. He wears
love all of
just a loincloth. Nothing more.
He doesn't.
No need to hide the
anymore.
goods.
Nope.
No need to hide it.
Everyone needs to be able to see what Bear Hug the Bugbear is bringing.
Absolutely. I love it. Love it. All right. And Aethor,
Yes.
D6 for why you so sexy.
That's a 4.
A 4. All right. That means that you are sexy because of your amazing bone structure.
I buy it.
Wait, what does that mean?
That could be like high cheekbones.
Yeah, it's all about
that
Oh,
could
okay,
be,
okay. I was
like-
just thinking like dance. I had no
No.
idea. Like, oh yeah, you have really dense bones. It's hot.
Those gorgeous cheekbones.
Okay.
I mean, I'm all about it.
Oh, he has no muscles. His bones are just protruding in in all the right places. He's just like
I don't want to know.
He's got like an
Is he just a
overdeveloped
skeleton?
ribcage, so he looks super like buff, but it's just ribcage.
Oh my. All right. So let's see. Next one. 2d10, please. Pick 1 to be 1, 1 to be the other.
All right, I got a 0 and a 3, or 10 and a 3.
10 and a 3. You have a Doom Whip.
What a dope name. Doom
So I'm playing We Spell Mod, right? We Spell
suppose.
Mod. Na, 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 na.
I don't get the reference. And I'm happy
I need a
not to.
D6 for your magic school, please.
All right, that's a 2.
2. Your magic school is the Path of Beasts. Actually, that works really well with the whip.
Mhm, mhm.
You're a beast master.
All right, yeah. So meet Larry the Wizard. Larry is a drow who has like a scraggly brown beard that is just patchy and isn't filled in all the right places. But he makes up for what he lacks in grooming with just impeccable like cheeks and jawline. Like it's that like chat picture on the internet. Just like he says something, he commands presence. He's
Sexy elf bod.
yeah, and he's wearing a red robe, and like the quintessential red robe with like a red wizard hat with like a star on it.
Perfect. All right. So, mechanic wise, for how this works, is those stats that we were talking about. So, each of you should have by now assigned a 3, a 2, and a 1 to each of the 3 stats: sexy, battle, and wizard. So, the way that it works is that number determines how many d6s you will roll when I call for that stat to be used. As an example, if let's say you want to cast a spell to unlock a door, you would be using wizard because you're attempting to cast a spell. And if your stat for wizard is, let's say, a 3, you would roll 3d6. The way success works is I determine the difficulty based on what it is you're doing. And those 3d6s, you need one of those d6s to be higher or meet the difficulty.
All right.
So essentially, if you roll 3d6 and one of those d6s is, let's say, a 4, and I set the difficulty at 4, then you succeed. If, however, you roll 3d6 and let's say all of them are like 3 or lower, that's a failure. The way failure works is if you fail on something, then 2 things happen. 1, you gain a point of stress, and you also gain a point of determination. Determination is kind of like I would like to roll an extra d6 to boost my chances. You start with 0, and then as we play, if you fail, you gain 1, and you can use it later to try to bolster a roll. It's on a 1-to-1 basis, though, so keep that in mind. The stress part, if at any point you fail on a roll, if you your highest dice roll is lower than your stress level, you die.
Die?
In this situation, yes. So essentially, if let's say you have a stress level of 5 and you roll 3d6 and the highest you get is a 4 and you fail, I have to make that very clear. That's if you fail on that roll, you die because your stress is so high that something happens. Description-wise, it's usually described as arcane feedback, some sort of phenomena, injury, madness.
Orgasms, death. Orgasms, death. It's sexy battle wizards. Like, you can't
Sure,
just
yeah, I mean, you
cardiac
could.
arrest, like, you know.
It could be any of the. It could be embarrassment. You get so embarrassed by your failure that you just can't live this life anymore and flee and get devoured by wolves off in the distance. I don't know.
Is it up
Whatever
to us?
fits for the situation. Have I made everything clear so far?
Yes.
I approve.
Okay. So then, now that I think we've described more or less everything that is this wild game mode, let's begin then. In Bikron, on Kino, towards the southern end of Kino, near a small lake, to the south of the wastes of Tisseramu, there is a relatively small town known as Galveston. Galveston has only been settled within the last 50 years or so. An attempt by the Kino government to try to expand their influence across the continent more. Part of that expansion by the government is establishing a small task force base in Galveston. These task forces are not unknown in Kino. There's several in Shilvana. This task force, though, that's been sent to Galveston is a little bit peculiar, though. in that the government wanted you guys as far away from the capital and Shavana as possible. That task force is known as Kino Initiative Task Force 69.
Whoa.
Nice.
I made a face, realized this is audio.
Welcome to your
For the record, let it be known, Ned made a face.
Made a face.
Let the record show.
Let the record show. Face was made. The three of you are known as the Sexy Battle Wizards. Or at least that's what you like to call yourselves. Your boss, maybe not so much. Your boss, being a very grumpy and very peculiar and eclectic half-orc named Grunk.
Grunk.
Okay. Grunk.
Copy.
On this particular day, and for timeline-wise, this is, I believe, V, we discussed it was, 5 years before?
Yeah, the most
year
it could be
before?
5 years because it's Kino Initiative Task Force 1 brought about.
Let's go with a
5
year
years
then,
before.
for the safety's sake.
How
For
are,
timeline's sake.
how are we number 10 if they were up to 69 5
We
years
called
early?
ourselves 69.
You guys decided to name yourselves
So we're
69.
like, oh yeah, you'll be Kino Initiative Task Force 4. I think
on
69
on
is
the
far
books,
better.
you're probably different. On the books, you're probably more like Kino Initiative Task Force, like 32 or something like that. But you guys were like, no.
Let's go big or go
No,
home.
no.
69.
Yeah, go big, go home.
Somewhere out
So-
there, there's a team of 3 fur folks and they call themselves Kino Initiative Task Force 420.
Exactly. So Grunk has called you into his office. This is roughly a year before the main story events taking place. Grunk calls you into his office, asking for your help with a assignment that recently came in.
And how can we assist?
All right, listen here. I got a very important job for you three, all right? What I need you to do, don't give me that fucking look, all right? I see you giving me that look over there. Talking to you, Larry.
But, I didn't do anything. Did I do something?
Larry, stop giving him the look.
Stop giving him the
This
eye,
is just
Larry.
This is just, I have a problem with that eye. I'm not actually winking. I have a nervous twitch, guys.
All right, listen, I need you to calm yourself, right? I got a job for you. Listen. A little bit south of here, there's a fishing village, all right? It's a little tiny place. Got reports coming in lately saying that apparently there's been some sort of spooky shit going on. The bad sort of spooky shit, not the good sort of spooky shit, all right? Apparently, people have been getting killed. Go up and missing. Bodies are found later. No soul. None of that. It's just a husk. So we're sending you three down to the village. Go find out what the fuck's going on. Go take care of whatever the shit's going on with this crazy ass stuff. Report back here, right? And payment-wise, you get 50 gold each.
Ooh. Why so much this time?
It, you see Grunk kind of like look down at his notes and goes, yeah, it's a lot of money we're giving you because it's a very important job.
Can that money be negotiated?
Are you trying to use your charm, shall we say, to
I am trying
influence
to
him?
So Bear Hug the Bugbear puts his
Mhm.
leg up on the chair next to the desk. And he uses the outside leg so as to give the most view into his crotchal region. And he looks Grunk straight in the face and says, couldn't we get just a little more?
In that case, I would like you to do a sexy roll for me, please.
Yeah, you better believe it.
Are there ways of helping and aiding each other out in the system?
Not in Sexy Battle Wizards.
Lame.
What is the number to beat or match?
So the difficulty I set for this, because this is pretty standard is it's a difficulty 4.
Well, let me tell you about my natural 6.
Oh shit! All right, that's a success then.
Why did you ask? You already won.
I know. It was so
He wanted to reveal.
satisfying.
It's all about the build-up and then bam.
So
Okay.
satisfying.
Out of curiosity, what is your sexy stat?
Oh, it's a 3.
Oh, both
Okay,
Of,
all
both
right.
of them have
He
3
is
in
a sexy battle wizard in those exact order.
Okay,
Same.
good to know. So you prop your leg up and give that look.
That
As
good,
you're,
sweet look that's just a little weirdly hairy.
And Grug kind of looks at you and is like, yeah, you know what? We can make it, takes a look at the
69.
sheet again.
How about that good initiative 69?
Uh-huh.
You know what? Yeah, 69 is a good one. Yeah,
I high five him.
that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure,
High five,
sure.
no look.
Yeah, high five. Bam. No, look, yeah.
Let the record show they high-fived and didn't look.
No looking.
didn't.
Not. We stared Grunk in the eyes. Weirdly
Yeah.
made him look at both of us, which isn't possible.
The eyes went split.
Yeah. He had to split his focus. It was weird for him. We may have broken him, to be honest.
So Grunk writes down on the sheets, noting that you're each to be paid 69 gold upon completion of the work. Says, all right, go out there, figure out what the hell's going on, and I don't know, just try not to blow a bunch of shit up this time, all right?
I stand by it. Those children were possessed.
Listen, I'm trying to get transferred back up to the capital, all right?
Oh, that's
Don't
never
fuck
gonna
this
happen.
one up.
It's not gonna happen, dude. You know.
Gonna
that.
be honest, Cap. We are not the team to call when that's your goal.
You're the only team I got stuck with, so I'm kind of making do with what I've got, all right?
Wait, you have one initiative team? What happened to the other 2?
420 and what's the other one?
Yeah, one's wandering somewhere. We lost them. They were doing that thing that 420 does, and they just pieced out.
Yeah, it was 420, and then we also had 360. They did a 360, and then they walked away.
By definition, doesn't that mean they turned around and kept walking towards you?
No, they moonwalked
yeah.
away.
They moonwalked away. We're going back to the Xbox 360 jokes here.
Yeah. I regret nothing.
My next team's going to be Team 720. They're going to do a 720 and walk away.
The important team would be team, what would that be? What would be 180, 270? They do a full turn, then just turn left?
Yes. They do the
A
turn.
half
and then
turn and then turn left.
half
Yeah.
turn. Perfect.
Okay.
So with that, Grunk just kind of gestures to the door, goes back to doing some paperwork.
nice.
Now, is there any prep that you would like to do before you depart for your mission?
To be honest with you, there's not that many rules, so I don't know what kind of prep we can rock here.
It's
I
for
think-
flavor and RP.
I think we all look fucking fine.
I mean, I think we all have to hit the salon just a little bit. Like, I think we got to freshen up.
Mm-hmm.
No, they always try to make me shave my beard.
No one's going to touch
darling,
your beard
it's
when Bear Hug's around.
Yeah.
I need a coiffing. I would like some trims with like a little bit of scissor clip. I just need to make
I
sure that all the split hairs
feel-
have been let out.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the split in my dress needs to be a little bit higher.
So
So,
you're going to a tailor?
yes.
All right. While you guys do that, I'm gonna talk to the earthworms. I need to confer with the earthworms whether this is a good mission or not.
I'm sorry, the earthworms?
Yes, the earthworms, as opposed to the skyworms. I don't talk to those assholes anymore.
You all walked in wearing the same outfit once. It ruined
Aethar,
everything.
you're doing that thing again. You're doing that thing that V doesn't like you doing.
No, I
Talking
was
to
just
earthworms?
I was just somehow trying to work in that like the woodworms don't like him anymore.
The skyworms
No,
already don't.
Don't listen to them; they lie.
All right, woodworms. Wood, earth, and skyworms. Thank you for that.
We've just added a whole lot of things into this universe.
I am so
Yeah.
unhappy with this.
This is what happens when you tell me to make this canonical.
I'm fine. I'm good. I can make this work.
Okay, so Jessica, you go to a tailor and end up spending nearly as much as this job's going to pay you, maybe a little bit extra.
I feel that if it somehow manages to help us blow away these spooky things, I think that's worth it.
You can write it off as
Sure.
an expense later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can try. Grunk's probably not going to approve, but you can certainly try.
Oh, he'll approve.
Bear Hug, you are getting a trim up, a tidying.
Yeah, I need a little bit of Dapper Dan's to really control the hair a little bit, make sure it doesn't flare out.
You're going to one of the shave clubs that they have
Yeah.
popping up now.
Yeah. Get that good shaving.
It's essentially just a single drow with like their hair up in a bun, like a man bun.
With like
Oh,
two of
no.
those like
With-
fucking sticks through it. Yeah.
Yep, and just the one single hand razor that's at that angle.
I live in Brooklyn. I feel like I know this person.
You have one on like every street corner.
Hey,
Every street corner, there's a Starbucks and there's some sort of fancy ass barber place.
You're not wrong. Brooklynites don't come for me. I understand that they're wrong.
And then Larry, you are conferring with the earthworms.
Yes.
Is that my understanding? The earthworms,
Yes,
not the
yes.
woodworms and not the skyworms.
No, the woodworms don't talk to me anymore, and I don't talk to the skyworms anymore.
Okay. All right. So you're talking to the earthworms. Okay.
Yes.
Are you intending to actually get anything out of the earthworms here? Or is this a
Yes,
flavor
I
thing?
want to know what the. I don't know how to make this sound even dumber than I can. So like I want to know what the worms are saying about the spooky happenings.
Okay.
So I'm using
Roll for wizard.
yeah. So I'm gonna summon worms. Hey, it's a 6 and a 5.
That definitely
And a 3.
succeeds. That is definitely higher than the difficulty that I set because. Okay.
Talk to the worms, man.
So
yeah,
while the other two are off tidying up and getting themselves looking as sexy as ever, you kneel down in the dirt and start weaving your magical ways to confer with the worms. And for some reason, a gopher seems to pop up, but you kind of tell the gopher to fuck off.
No, not you guys, not Dow.
Oh.
I don't need to know where to get the best home brew, the best cold brew.
Wait. You know what? Never mind. We're not touching that. We're not
Can we
touching that.
please not? Because he's doing that thing again.
Nope, he's doing the thing again. We're not doing that. So you see a few earthworms spring out of the ground. Well, they spring out of the ground, and they start kind of wiggling and squirming, and not really looking at you because they don't really have eyes. They seem attentive to you.
Please reveal your secrets to me. What is the spooky happenings?
The spooky happenings. There is spooky going on down south. People go missing, and then they die, and then we eat them.
Oh, that's great for you guys. Bad for us, but great
Yeah.
for you guys.
Oh, great nutrients.
Do they have souls when you guys eat them?
What's that?
Oh, right. Yeah, no, worms don't have souls.
I have 7 hearts.
Jesus Christ. What? Wait, that's gross. At least
That's true.
At least the.
Did you just establish that worms don't have souls?
I established that they don't know what a soul is because you're talking to a worm.
And Larry doesn't believe they have souls. He at least has not yet seen a soul sorcerer's earthworm.
Now, if you talk to the spiders, that's a different story. They don't
Fuck
have souls.
spiders. They don't
Every
have
single
souls.
one of them have a soul. Somebody else's.
I'll agree with that.
So
Where they're all going.
So where do you find the bodies, my precious sweet worm friends?
The shore of the lake. It's very moist there, very wet, very good for dirt.
Good. Yes.
Yes,
And
I
Larry,
agree. It's very good.
Larry
Very
digs at
delicious.
the mud to make it easier for them to travel and eat through it. Ah, yes, yes. Yeah, the fee has been paid. Our pact has been done. I'll see you when I need you next.
Bye.
And they
Larry-
start burrowing into the dirt very slowly. They're earthworms. They're not very good at this.
As is tradition, Larry waits for the earthworms to leave because anything else would be rude.
Larry's
Sure.
very polite. I'm very impressed with the politeness of Larry.
Mm-hmm. You do see a sparrow swoop by and pick up one of the earthworms and just go off, feed their baby.
Oh,
You can hear off in the distance the earthworm going, ah! Somewhere in the background, you hear Circle of Life playing.
Circle.
Okay, so with that being done, the three of you reconvene and begin making your way southward.
Making my way downtown.
Now, V, your map is all sorts of ass backwards for travel distances.
No, it's very easy. You put your fingers between Darkhammer Stronghold and Belig Bood, and that's exactly 30 days walking.
Okay, fucking hold on a second.
I made
my
another
maps.
face.
My map's scale is time rather than distance.
Yeah, we can send you a world map, Ned, so that you see the kind of bullshit we're working with.
Shut your face.
I feel like I'm going to be on V's side. I just want to warn everyone right now.
No, it's
Should
a
be
great
on
map.
time? Great, yes.
You know what? Fuck it. For simplicity's sake, we're
It
going to say
should
it's like
be
day away.
spaced by dramatic reasons. The distance is
Yes.
based on drama.
No, it's not. It's based on how hard can V fuck us with the timeline that she has going.
I think that's what I said, but with more vulgarity.
So it's roughly a day's travel for you to get from Galveston to this small fishing village. Is there anything that you three would like to do during your travel times?
I think it's important to note that Bear Hug the Bugbear views himself as an influencer of sorts. And he's working very hard to find sponsorships. So as he passes people, he is constantly posing. He's positioning. He's inquiring. Bear Hug the Bugbear hopes to make it somewhere someday, and he fully intends to do so on the strength of his buttocks. And so he will be just generally looking for sponsors on every turn.
Okay.
I feel like Bear Hug has already shown off too much. Like the only way he can go, and only way he can go is down. Like,
Well, the
like,
problem
Yes,
is
that's
like
the
Bear
point.
Hug's not very good at this. It's important
Oh,
that, like
okay.
he's not a successful influencer. He's still in this group, right?
We're still all in
I
this
mean, he's
together,
still
honey.
here.
I'll admit that the skyworms shit talking us has not been good for our image, but it's gonna be fine, guys.
We're gonna make it.
Uh-huh. We are going to make it as sexy battle wizards, and everyone will know our name. Everyone.
Ooh, I fucked up.
What did you do?
I misunderstood success.
Oh no.
Oh no.
If you get equal, you succeed, but you gain a stress and something bad happens.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, one of those mixed success things.
So it's a success, but at a cost.
Okay.
Has anyone
Well-
If it's higher.
No,
No,
you
we-
both got sixes.
We both rolled sixes, dude. We both rolled sixes.
I just wanted to
My
clarify
dude.
now because I just picked that up while I was looking. Because I was looking at difficulty again to make sure, because I wanted to give Ned a roll here for this, but I'm trying to determine the difficulty based on what is currently happening.
Sure. So, I think it really depends on who we're dealing with. Bugbear doesn't discriminate. He will approach everyone and anyone. I'm sorry, Bear Hug the Bugbear. So yeah, who am I trying to impress?
I imagine it would be all sorts of people. There is probably a road itself that goes straight from Galveston to the village. There's
Okay.
probably not many people traveling it, especially being that there's probably rumors spreading about at this time of people going missing and dying. But there's probably still some people traveling back and forth. I mean, people got to eat. People need to catch fish.
They do. That's true. I've heard that about people.
Food is good.
Yeah.
Food is important.
Can I summon salmon?
What?
Can I summon salmon?
Salmon.
You could try.
Yeah. Like if people are missing food, I just like do like a kamehameha, but like a salmon just comes out. Just one
Stream
salmon.
of fish.
Not just one salmon.
Stream of them.
You make a
No,
single
there's only one.
salmon
There's only one's gone
appear?
up there.
Okay, you know what? We'll go based off of how this works out. So, all right, Ned, give me a sexy roll for your petitioning for a sponsorship.
I wish this was on camera because I want everyone to see my 6, 6, and 5.
If you had gotten another 6, I would have had you consumed by the devil.
Oh no.
You mean taken by the devil's bear hug?
Ooh. Bear hug? Yes. A bear hug for bear hug?
A bear hug for that's what he really wants. That's his MO.
Ultimate goal.
All he wants in life is a bear hug.
We just need to find you a bear.
He
I've
needs a
just been
friend.
thinking how to fuck up your name, and the best one I came up with, Huckbuck the Bear.
Hug Bug the bear. I kind of like Bear the hug bug. I could be a hug bug.
That was not my intention.
Oh my goodness.
All right,
So,
I'm summoning one floppy salmon.
you're attempting to summon salmon.
Yeah, salmon.
So, give me a wizard roll.
Summon salmon is a terrible thing to say.
That's why I chose it. Oh no! Yay! I got 1 6. There's the camera. That was a 1 and a 2 and a 6.
Far too well on things that don't matter.
I
We need
I
to
am very
roll
concerned
69
about
times between us. I'm just saying. We don't have much left of this episode. Just keep doing it, Adam.
And I got 1 and a 2.
it. So, Ned, you do various revealing and scandalous positions, and
You catch me like on cliff edges overlooking them, like I position myself so when someone rounds the corner, they just see a gorgeous vistage of me.
Like one of those pretentious like Instagram accounts where it's like, oh, this just happens
Yes.
to how I accidentally be and
influencer.
clearly posed.
during your many petitions and attempts at gaining sponsorship, you do meet someone who is very interested in your look, and it's a very rotund-looking goblin who says, "Oh yeah, all right. You know what? You get in contact with me later. I'll be in Galveston. I got something for you. I'm planning to open up my my own business. We're gonna call it My Undies. You'd be perfect for it. Hit
I
me
could
up
get
later,
into
okay?
your undies. Hey.
Oh, we'll talk about that later too." And the goblin walks off.
Bear Hug is thoroughly satisfied that he
You
now has
potentially have a
sponsor.
sponsorship
Does he do it?
from My Undies. Very important clarification here. My Undies. Larry, you, with a quick wave of your hand and an incantation of your magics, summon a single salmon, which just appears in your hand and starts violently thrashing around. You don't know where it came from, but now it is currently suffocating.
Calm down! No! Your food now! Stop it! Stop fighting me!
I would like to try and sell this fish that he's just summoned.
It's not very hard. There are plenty of fishermen that are attempting to take their catches to Galveston to sell for money, and any one of them will gladly buy it off your hands for a what they call reasonable price.
What are we calling a reasonable price?
Yeah.
A gold piece.
So you're telling me if I can summon 69 salmon, we get the same amount that we do for the damn job?
You don't know how to summon salmon. This is super complicated. Stay down.
I'm going to say it right now. We are going to say summon salmon for the rest of this record.
Absolutely. V, that needs to be a new spell that we have in Kino.
Okay, fine. Summon salmon.
Oh, can that be Squash's divine ability, summon salmon?
No, stop this. You're doing the worst.
It's perfect.
I'm into it.
So
A gold for a salmon is extreme amount of gold.
It's a rare salmon, man. It's a salmon that
magical.
appeared out of nowhere.
It's a very large salmon. It's
Do we
not
think
one of
the
the, like,
salmon was conjured, or do we think the salmon was taken from another place and is
Oh,
thoroughly
no, it was
confused?
taken from
we need
another
to-
day
It
place.
was you summoned it.
No, I teleported it. It was hanging out with his family. Its name is Steve. It's gonna die now.
as you snap its neck.
As you snap its neck, I've already sold it to the nearest.
But then I used the
fisherman.
secrets of occult shadowmancy to make it come back to life awkwardly,
Fuck.
but only the bottom half because its top half has been snapped.
Oh, I thought you were going to go in a different direction with that. I thought you were going to turn it into the singing fish.
Oh no, but Billy Bass would be a great addition to
We
our
can do
team.
that if we summon Bass.
Billy Bass and then Sally Salmon.
Billy Bass, Sally Salmon have been summoned
So it's summon Sally the salmon, and it's bring
To
Billy
sing-
the Bass.
a salsa serenade. Nailed it.
About
No,
being
I
covered in
love it.
salsa.
Yeah, no, it was a serenade. The
Salsa.
salsa was not an adjective; it was the topic.
I don't know how salsa would
Salsa
mix
marinade.
with salmon, but I want to try it now. It's perfect.
I feel like that's the basis of a fish taco.
Yeah, it'd be a fish taco. It's good. All right. So, after a day's travel and much shenanigans, you arrive at night at this small fishing village. You can see that it's a little bit of ways away from you guys right now, but take you a couple minutes to walk into town. You can see that there are a few lights emanating from some of these little wooden homes. All of the homes themselves are a fair distance from the actual shore of the lake. You can see that there are, even in the dark, there are a few docks with some lanterns hanging off that reach out into the lake, along with several small boats for people to go out so that they can catch their fish. There doesn't appear to be any boats that you can see that are out right now. If there were, they would have their proper boat lights on so that no other boats accidentally hit them. So either they're fishing illegally or they're just not out there. There doesn't seem to be anybody out and about right now that you can tell. And overall, it seems like the town is pretty calm and quiet right now.
Is there perchance an inn?
You can certainly attempt to search for one.
Bear Hug doesn't like the dark because no one can see him.
Oh,
That's
I
fair.
can cure that, honey. Don't worry. And I just click my fingers, and I just want there to be like almost like the moon's light rays are just like forming upon our person, so only the best of our features get lit up. So like bug.
It's like a god ray,
all
but the
Yeah,
moon.
but with moon. So like bug hugs, bear hugs, bear hugs, bear bug.
It
Bug hug.
worked.
Bug hug.
caught on.
So bug hug, his mustache is just fucking beautiful in this moonlight, and it's the thing that people can see other than his beautiful eyes. Naturally,
Beautiful.
Naturally.
Just
the entirety of my form, the fact that my split goes almost like halfway up my waist now, that is beautifully illuminated, and like
You
Larry's
put like
hat is the only
underglow
thing that people
inside
can
the
see.
dress.
Yes.
Your dress is just a hot rod.
Yes, I just have like a little glow somewhere like between my knees, and I have a little glow like roughly chest height. Yeah,
Phrasing.
between my knees. No, I'm not. I'm
Phrasing.
not. Yes. This phrasing is intentional.
The phrasing has been held.
I was going to say between my thighs, and I thought, no, I'll move it down a little bit.
Intention still the same.
So yeah, and
Okay.
I just put a little bit of light on Larry's hat, just on the star at the very end. It's
I'm
the
not
only
gonna
part
make
of him
you
I
roll
want
for
to
that.
light him.
Because that's like very simple magics. All right, so now illuminated, so that any who may see you may gaze upon all your splendors.
Mhm.
You make your way into town. From where you are, being on the north end of the small village, you can see that there are a few public buildings. For the most part, though, it seems to be a lot of houses. It looks like a fair amount of them are shared family houses. And immediately walking in, you get this very pungent odor of just dead and rotting fish. It's a fishing village, so naturally there's going to be that reek, and it's just everywhere in the air. Nobody seems to mind it. At least not that you can tell anyways. There is definitely an inn towards the center of town, it looks like. There doesn't appear to be very much activity going on right now. You can see that there are lights on inside. It's raised up slightly. There is what looks to be some stilts that are holding this building up. Single story, entirely made of wood. And there's what looks like a ramp actually going up to the front door as opposed to stairs because inclusivity.
So we need to figure out how we're going to enter this in. We
I
can't
was going to
just walk
say,
in.
the entrance is important.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should hold in the doorway a little too long.
I think it should blow open for us. There should be
Oh,
a small amount of
yes.
light coming in behind us as
And
we
bees.
step in.
Sorry,
Then
you
the
say
lights
bees?
in front of us.
And they're like bees come like follow us, like they back us up, you know, they're
How
like
about-
flowing around us.
I like the backup, perhaps backup singers. So maybe something that tweets.
Wasps.
No. How about hummingbirds? They make sounds, right?
Aarakocras, they sing.
If we're gonna go with the insect side, at least go with like a cicada. Give me that good cicada or the cricket.
All right.
Crickets. Crickets will be good.
Okay.
But they need to be in a chorus. They need to be melodious and not just,
Oh,
oh
no.
shit, we walked into somewhere we shouldn't have been.
Oh no, crickets are notoriously tone deaf. We're not going to get them to like sync up. Cockroaches are surprisingly on point though.
They're not on point for me. In fact, they're super great.
Yeah, they're not visually. They don't line up with us.
Okay. So how about I summon cockroaches to do the song, but we summon cicadas to do the show.
Oh, we have the cockroaches underneath like an orchestra.
We can have them like burrow through the floor planks.
No.
And
They don't need to be in the building.
Oh,
just near enough. So have them underneath like you put an orchestra.
Okay.
And then you have the dancers, which could be the cicada things.
Okay, yes. I can do that. Surely I can do that.
And then as we enter the door, we need to strike a pose and we need to make sure everyone's looking before we break.
All right, so we're doing the standard pose. You two in front, and I'm staying out of the way.
That's exactly what I
No.
was thinking.
Get that pretty bone structure in there.
Okay.
Are you sure people are gonna like that?
I think
Go ahead and
they're gonna
roll for
love you.
wizard.
All right.
Can I be in charge of the lights?
I'm bringing the sexy.
All right,
We're all
so
bringing the
that's
sexy honey.
4.
All right. That was your highest?
Yep.
That's a failure.
All right, so I summon Salmon again.
We'll get to that. Mark down that you have 1 stress and 1 determination.
Ooh, yes. Determination and stress.
Yeska, you are
I'm making sure
attempting
that
to do a light show.
the lights are just perfectly behind us, so we look like silhouettes. We walk in, strike a pose, and then the lights will change to be in front of us in a nice warm glow to show our amazing features. And then
Okay,
we
I'm
break
gonna-
from our pose.
I'm going to ask you to make a wizard roll as well.
All right.
And
6.
Bear Hug, you're trying to flex your
Yes,
sexy with this?
6. Yeah, no, Bear Hug is allowing them to. He knows his role here, and his role is do not roll for wizard unless absolutely necessary.
Since you are attempting to flex your sexy for this, then.
So I'm walking in at a strut. I think there's a little bit of hip, and I think it lands in a pose that some might call contortionist, but others would call sexy.
Okay. Give me a sexy roll then.
A 4?
Uh-oh.
That's also a failure. So mark 1 stress and 1 determination.
So the only thing we managed to pull off was the lights.
Honestly,
Apparently.
after a career in theater, that makes sense.
Oof. the light show always on
Always
on,
killing it.
Yeah.
on point. There it is.
It's so on point right now.
Okay. So the 3 of you prepare yourselves, work your magic metaphorically and physically. You try to conjure up cockroaches and cicadas to do this crazy orchestral performance and dancing and everything. You finish the incantation, but your mind was so caught on Sally the salmon, that instead of conjuring up these insects, just a swarm of salmons just seemed to appear out of nowhere and start filling this tavern up.
Ooh.
The floor is now covered with salmon everywhere. Yeska, you very easily are able to just do a quick incantation, and the light show is perfectly reflecting the light off of the fishy scales that are now everywhere. Bear Hug, you walk in, or I should say, stride into the tavern, ready to make your debut and strut your stuff. But your foot catches a fish, and you end up falling on your ass in not so sexy of a way. It's pretty embarrassing, to be honest. The only person that was in the tavern at the time was the barkeep, who
It's okay.
was essentially just kind of sitting behind the counter with their feet propped up, just kind of reading out of a book. Upon your entry, though, and subsequent fish conjuration and strange light show illuminating the room, the barkeep actually seems to duck behind the bar and just hide. And you can hear what sounds like, "What the bloody hell?"
Darling, your wishes have come true. The sexy battle wizards are here to solve all of your problems.
There's fish everywhere. Can you make it go away, please? You see, like the head poke back up. It appears to be a completely bald-shaved Goliath.
Bear Hug
great.
realizes he hasn't eaten yet and starts eating fish.
I can take care of that. Do you have a mop?
A mop? The fuck you gonna do? There's fish everywhere.
Mop is not the right tool. What do commoners use?
You fucking conjured this shit up. Just make it go away.
Okay. Banis salmon. Pew.
Roll me another wisdom roll, please.
That's a 5.
Okay. So you succeed. However,
No.
I do need you to mark 1 stress.
No.
Because you just met, and something bad happens.
I have important questions. Does stress, are we just stuck with this stress?
Yes.
I think so.
Well, okay.
All right.
Oh no.
Okay, so I not only banished the salmon that was on the floor, I banished any salmon in the tri-state area.
We don't have states here in Kino.
No.
Content?
I wasn't going to go that far. I'm not letting you cast a spell and cause an entire species of fish to go extinct.
Just in the area. Other species will fill the void.
No.
Evolution.
So you attempt to work your magic again to make the salmon disappear. And they do. They all seem to vanish. However, your banishing spell seems to have overextended a little bit. And you can actually see through the floor now to the ground below. There is now a sizable hole in the center of the room.
You banished the floor?
Most notably, the hole is in the shape of a salmon.
Good.
Just this part. It's gonna be fine. I do not have wood magic.
The woodworms hate you. They won't help you out anymore.
You got
This
rid
is
of
the
part of
work
my
of-
floor.
That part of your floor was infested with woodworms. And their dicks. You're welcome.
I'm choosing to believe that you use THEIR, so it's infested with woodworms and their penises, not not that they are dicks. It was infested with woodworms and their dicks.
This is why English is a really fucked up language. English is a weird language.
We have come to solve your spooky problems. The earthworm called upon us and we're here. Where are your dead?
I'm gonna like put my arms on the bar and lean over so clearly everything in my asset area is beautifully shown, and try to catch his eye. It's like, yes, the Kino Initiative Task Force. They sent us especially to you, and then I run my finger like along his nose.
Oh fuck no. Okay, hold on. Like he's like pushing her hand away. Like I've heard of you guys. We didn't call for.
You didn't call, but we came anyway. We answered your prayers to deal with all these spooky things going on.
We always come first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. Yeah, the problem, the town's problem, the problem with the town, with the ghosts, yeah,
Ghosts.
well, that's what people call it, yeah, it's ghosts, we think, yeah, it's a really weird ghost, it, calls itself a specter, but it's not really a specter, because there'd be, like, you know, fire and more death, I don't know if there could be more death with there being a I don't know. Yeah, why don't you guys? You know what? Yeah, you guys are just what we need.
Yes, we are.
At the lake. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Where the water
on
is.
the other side of the lake, the far side.
We'll let the earthworms be
Didn't
the judge
we
of that.
just come from the other side of the lake arch?
No,
We're
no.
currently on the
Okay.
north side of the lake. You're telling us to go to the south side of the lake?
We need to go further
Yeah.
down. Oh,
Across the lake,
Oh, well,
further
my finger.
south. Yeah, across the south.
All right, we've reached
lake,
a very
yeah.
important threshold here because Bear Hug doesn't like water or boats.
he doesn't
Is
like
Bear
getting
Hug
wet.
speaking in third person, or is this Ned's?
No, this is Ned just warning you that Bear
Okay.
Hug is terrified of bodies of water.
Of course he is. Why wouldn't he be?
Of course. No. Makes sense. Makes total sense. Mess
Don't
up the
worry.
fur.
Don't worry. You just cast darkness spells above your eyes, and then you don't see anything, and then we'll lead you along.
I work very hard to not cast spells.
That's more your forte than ours.
And that's why the skyworms don't respond to my calls anymore.
Yeah, oh, it was a little bit rude.
A little
right,
bit.
So if you guys could like go,
So
kind
what?
of have a hole in
what
my floor to fix
exact-
now.
Don't fix it. It's a
Feature.
memory of us to live by.
Yeah.
One day.
When the future comes round and everyone will be like, oh, they went to this random bar, but there's no evidence.
Oh, it won't be known as the random bar. It will be known as the epic salmon bar.
It will be known as the place where the sexy battle wizards began their third, possibly fourth, maybe 400th battle. Like, you know.
I'm
You know
glad that
what?
we have
Actually,
a
that's it.
well-defined backstory for the sexy battle wizards.
Well, we want to
You
keep
know what,
ourselves
though,
mysterious. The less they actually know, it's the whole you don't reveal everything. You have to keep something.
We could call this place the Salmon Dive Bar. I like it. Good
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
The salmon, that's good. That's good.
Dive bar, yeah.
That's good. I like
So
it.
you get what I did there? It's a play on words.
Because fish dive, I'm into it.
I'm not in. I'm.
Was that the pun?
If you could leave.
Yeah, we're leaving. We're leaving. Okay.
No,
we'll leave.
no magic, please. Just
You expect me to walk like a commoner?
Yes, you are a commoner, babe.
Oh, right, yeah. They kicked me out.
As we reach the door, Bear Hug just turns around and with one arm on the frame gives a not subtle wink to the Goliath and then struts out.
Why am I just waiting for you to flash your cock at somebody?
No. That's too much. That's you can't give away the farm.
That's where Huck Bear the Bear Bear. It's
Yeah.
just funny.
you never
you-
give all the
like
You
I
have
goods.
said,
now
you can't have
offended
all the
Bear
goods.
Hug, the bugbear,
You have to keep
because
something
that
in.
he actually is miffed.
Oh.
You never suggest that. He's
Oh,
a
I'm
lady.
sorry. What?
He has some self-respect.
Wait.
Larry, just go and apologize.
You never give all of the
Just
goods in one
just go and apologize. Just do whatever they ask.
Bear Hug. I'm sorry you took what I said badly.
That's a non-apology and it makes you a douche.
Oh, That's how she told me to apologize to the Skyworms.
Well,
You
that
can see
might
her
explain
smiling
a
in the
lot
background.
about your relationship with the Skyworms.
Okay, let me try again then.
Okay, I'm ready. Wait, no, he's not ready. He has to like pout more. So he turns his back a little, and then he looks back over his shoulder at you with just a
Oh,
A little bit of lip.
just a little bit of lip. The mustache. He does that thing from the Sword in the Stone when the uncle can make the mustache wipe his top lip. He's doing that.
no, that's a deep dive reference.
I would like to put like a tiny amount
Yeah.
of like
I go only for
emotional light
deep
above.
cuts.
It's okay. We're all old enough here to remember that.
Bear hug. I'm sorry that I suggested that you should reveal the rest of the goods. You are right. Less is more. He says,
hug comes
eyeing
over
the
and-
fuck.
You think he's gonna give you a bear hug, but all he does is take the back of his hand and stroke your face.
The patchy,
I accept your apology.
the patchy work of Larry's like beard is offensive to the touch.
I'm sure the coiffed fur on the back of my hand isn't great either.
I'm sure it's super nice.
I'm going to walk between them in this beautiful Kodak moment and just like swish my tail between the two of them and walk towards the duck.
All right,
I'm doing that thing where her hips are swinging like massively because she's like wants
That
the
Jessica
tail to go
Rabbit
with
walk.
it. Hence why she's called Jessica.
Oh, cool. I'm here. I'm glad that I cut on an hour into recording.
You know, wearing like the red dress with the slit up the side
No,
and purple
as soon
gloves.
as
Yeah.
you looked at me, I thought, Ned, you're a fucking idiot.
All right, we're gonna go to the river.
No, we're going to a lake.
We're gonna go to a lake.
Bear hug. Bear hug goes, I'm sorry, we're going where?
Oh, I mean the standing body of water. Is that better?
The what?
Oh, don't worry. I'll summon so much fish that you won't even see the water anymore.
Bear
That's how
hug's
water
response
works, right?
is to acquiesce, but silently cry.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's beautiful.
Of course it is.
I want to
You're
collect.
not an
those-
ugly cry, you're a pretty cry.
I want to collect those tears, but they get absorbed into your face hair instantly.
I find us a boat.
Are you attempting to just commandeer a boat?
If there's a person to speak to here, I will speak to them.
It's currently nighttime, so no.
Then I
There's
will
nobody here at the
steal a
moment.
boat.
Oh.
Okay.
I support this plan.
Oh.
Well, if they ask, then the Kino Initiative requires this boat at this moment. It's not stealing, it's temporarily borrowing.
I have a gold. We could probably just rent a boat.
Yeah, but there's no one here.
Larry just kind of takes the coin and awkwardly puts it on the ground
On the dock.
on the dock where we're gonna steal a boat. I'm like, okay.
Larry's very nice.
If Larry gets into the boat first, I want to replace the gold with like a silver piece.
And then you get on board, and fucking Bear Hug replaces the silver with a copper. And as we cast off, Larry's like, "Oh hey, a copper piece."
And then some asshole uses Electrum, and everyone's like, "Get out!"
You
Yes.
dive into the lake, and the entire bottom of the lake is coated in electrum because nobody uses that
God,
for
no one ever
currency.
wanted it. Someone introduced it in D&D, and no one had the good sense to take it back out.
I 100% that whoever introduced it is still working for them because it's like the coin of choice in all their modules.
And then everybody else in the D&D community going, no, gold
No,
or
it's just
platinum.
gold.
There's no
Yep.
in between.
It's like the Azori or the Orzhov coin in Ravnica, which doesn't actually. It's like Disney bucks, but it's an actual currency that's now in the goddamn game, and it's just like a thing that a tenth of the realm can hand you, and you have to accept it because you might offend them.
How dare you not accept their currencies?
If you hand me an
Okay,
arcade
so
token, I'll
we
hit
play
you.
with the coins and we make our
Yep,
way.
you play with the coins, you steal a boat, and
I'm just
push
gonna
out.
lean at the back of the boat, and I'm just gonna be like with arms, just like one hand like trailing in the water. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Bear hug is
I'm
in
not
a
rowing.
ball at the bottom of the boat.
I
Okay.
think Bear Hug is like hugging Larry back, like digging his face into his chest as Larry's trying to.
Just cowering.
Yeah, he's just trying to steer the boat. Like, Jessica, could you help?
He's giving
Okay.
this really weird sound that it sounds somewhere between like a cry and a guttural like pain. Just like a
It's okay. It's okay, Bear Hug. It's gonna be fine. Just think of
V, your
land.
your timeline here makes it where crossing this lake on a boat is going to take a while.
Yeah, 3.5 days if you want to go on a boat.
All right.
I'm sorry. Hold back. What?
It's a week to walk it. And we're on a boat.
Okay.
So
You guys are
I'm
currently
on
on
a
a boat?
goddamn rowboat for 3.5 days?
No, because guess who's about to make us go fast?
The water worms.
Using what? Battle?
Eels.
Do not summon salmon.
I am going to Backen Bass. Brah!
You're the worst. Why did I agree to come on this podcast?
So
Because it's good radio.
Larry is gonna Backen Bass, and he's gonna beckon them to push the boat to the other side. Super,
He's gonna
super fast.
harangue haddock. Like I get it.
Oh, God damn it! I had that one done.
All right, so
Gonna gang tackle gefilte. How far can we go?
Well, I have 6 more, so let's hope I can get to cast 6 more spells. Don't look. It's not for you. This is for the audience.
What are you doing?
I may have a list of spells I'm gonna cast.
Oh God.
I'm gonna start guessing.
Okay.
The DM is getting up from his chair.
It's alright. I can
No,
keep
just-
running it in this one.
Getting comfy here. Okay, so
Yes.
roll me wizard.
All right. Come on.
I swear to God, if you flip this boat.
Hey, it's a 5. That's good.
That is a success at a cost.
Oh, you bitch. I can't cast 6 more spells if you make me fail every time.
You should roll better.
I think
So-
not every challenge should be a fucking 5.
That's not.
Technically, the challenge level is a 5, which is why you succeed and fail.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. So I succeed at
You mark
summoning...
a stress,
Yes. Stress
and
is
something bad's going to happen.
calm. We go so fast we're ahead of schedule?
I don't.
We
I
come
fail
too
to
early.
see your logic.
How could this not be? What's going on here?
I think my biggest flaw is that I am too punctual.
Here we go. I got it. All right. So, Larry, you haven't been having a great night. Not having a great night so far. You try your hand once more at casting a spell, and surprisingly, this time it seems to work. You are able to send out a call, and the bass of this lake come to your aid and gather up behind the boat, and with a great heave begin pushing it across the lake at great speed. It gets you going for a good ways. You think you're probably about maybe a third of the way across the lake by time morning comes around. However, as you are maintaining your concentration upon the spell to keep these bass pushing at great speed, your 2 companions, I assume, probably getting their beauty rest.
I am not sleeping. I am terrified.
No, I'm looking fucking glorious as I'm leaning back in this boat and the wind is whipping through my hair. I look fucking amazing right now.
I
am
thought you were going to try to
currently-
pull like a rose thing, be like
at the front of the boat?
like
Yeah.
T-pose at the front of the boat.
No, bugbear's in a ball at the bottom. Bear.
That's unfortunate.
Oh no! What are you gonna do?
No, no. I mean, it's unfortunate in general. Not what's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
happen.
no, Bear.
Something is gonna happen to all of you.
This is Bear Hug's worst nightmare, and I made that decision before you told me about a fucking lake.
For the viewers or listeners, I should say.
They could be viewers.
I'm-
You don't know. They could be here with us right now.
Shit, they could. I'm making an evil DM smile.
Yeah, it's not great.
On a scale of
certain
1 to
point-
10.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it's fuck you.
That's
Perfect.
exactly the correct amount of fuck you in that smile.
At a certain point, you notice that the boat begins to slow down in speed.
Oh no, my bass friends are getting tired.
You look over the side of the boat and you see that the bass are still pushing, but there are far less bass than there were even just moments ago.
Oh no, they're abandoning
And you
us.
see
This
a
is
shadow
the
pass under the boat.
Cyberps all over again.
Oh no.
the boat seems to slow down. Shadow passes under the boat again.
Did you
That's
summon a
one more.
shark?
No, I would never summon a shark. Writes down something on
under
a
the boat again.
notepad.
At this point,
Did
there
you
are
use
very
the
few
bases-
bass left.
Did you use the base as bait for a shark?
No, the base, the bass was supposed
Sorry, the bass.
No, I like the base. We put a double base under the boat. Successfully caught a shark. A jazz shark. Heyo.
a base trap. Jesus Christ. I hate this. I hate all of this. So we have you shut up.
You're not careful. I'm going to start putting some like fucking disco lights into this.
So we might have a shark problem.
A shark scenario.
Yes, shark scenario.
Bear Hug sits up and goes, a shark?
And,
The boat is slowing down more and more as you're talking.
and it's eating all our
A
fish.
shark?
I don't.
We appear to be stuck in the middle of a lake with a shark underneath us. How the fuck is a shark here in a pool of resting water inland?
Huh. Now to think about it, is bass a freshwater fish?
Bear
Yes.
Hug pulls out of. No one's really sure because he's not wearing anything. But at one point, there wasn't a rift hammer. And then all of a sudden, there's a rift hammer.
Oh my god.
And Bear Hug looks a little wild because it looks like he has no idea what's happening. He's a little terrified. And he says, I will rift this shark in the face. And everyone says rift is not a attack word. And Bear Hug says, I don't have time.
Bear Hug, darling, you remember how we had this conversation about not talking to yourself?
Bear Hug, no like shark.
Don't stop.
I'm just going to put my arm
Choices
around
have
Bear
been made and we're going with it.
Hug. We are respecting
Okay.
the fiction.
So
Bear Hug tries to talk himself off the cliff with his new invisible friend Cliff. It's his alter ego, and you hear Bear Hug go, Bear Hug, man, it's just a fish. You're gonna be fine. No, sharks are not okay.
Oh Jesus. I'm not gonna tell him. I'm not gonna tell him.
Oh boy. Now we just need to try and like seduce a shark. How does one seduce a shark?
Bifurcated penises.
Well, I don't have one of those, let alone one to bifurcate.
oh my.
Oh, I'm out of ideas.
The shadow that had passed under the boat passes under one more time, and you can see it this time much closer to the surface. It is very large.
Oh
And it
my, that's a big
Goes
one.
out and then turns back around, and you notice a fin poke out of the water as it slowly rises up. And it's not a shark like you thought.
It's a salmon.
It appears to be a largemouth bass. Not a bass, a bass. Half fish, half bass.
I want to be clear. This is canon.
This is what happens when you mix magic.
Okay.
So it comes out
And
of the.
it is coming down on your boat right now. Mouth open wide. You can hear strange
Bear
like,
Hug
deep
swings the
music.
rift hammer. Bear Hug swings the rift hammer.
All right, roll battle to see if you can bash this thing with your hammer to get it to fuck off.
I'm trying to hit it hard enough that it whiffs the boat.
All right, give me a battle.
I got a 6.
Yes.
That succeeds.
Yes.
Yep.
So
Bear
the
Hug
two-
yells, Bear Hug don't like bass.
Wow.
He's all about the treble.
All of
Oh,
it.
fuck. Oh, that's so good.
I have to write it down now.
Oh, my God. That's so fantastic.
You see Bear Hug stand up, wind up like a batter, and slam this hammer into the side of this largemouth bass. And you watch this fish fly and skip like a skipping stone across the water before falling back into the lake and then sinking below.
Oh, cool.
I've been meaning to tell you, the rift part of the hammer is just descriptive. It doesn't actually. It's just a hammer.
It's just a hammer.
Wait, so it's not.
You got a nice paint job on it, so it looks rifty.
Yeah.
It has like flames and like purple shit on it. Yeah.
Wait, so your hammer isn't magical anyway. You just call it the Rift Hammer.
Yes, that's correct.
Do you know how
Weirdly
much?
enough, I call my penis the hammer.
Please don't say it's shaped like that. I indicate the rift hammer.
Oh, you know nothing about bareback anatomy, huh?
Well, I've never wanted to ask. We have a professional relationship, not a fucking one.
Listeners,
listen,
I
it's
just
an
realized that I accidentally quoted badly Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog.
Yes, you did.
Please know that I know the show, and I didn't do that on purpose.
It's
but
okay.
poorly.
The copyright gods may not notice.
Nobody has.
But Casey
copyright over
probably
that.
will.
Okay, well, yeah.
When Casey listens to this in like a year.
Oh, man.
So how far away from shore are we?
Man, that was really fishy.
Oh, fuck.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad was that pun?
That was good. No, that was a solid pun. I approve of that pun. It was the god of all puns.
I see what you did there.
Thank you.
Oh, poor Larry. It looks like a catfish got his tongue.
Ned is making a face. Listeners, Ned is making a face, so you're all aware.
Yep.
I don't deal in puns very well. I'm bad at them. So I'm just going to enjoy.
So how far away from shore are we? And do more bass fish come along to help us?
Base fish.
well, you're gonna have to try to summon more because you got them all eaten.
No, we're out of bass fish. So this time I'm gonna.
No. They were mostly bass. You just accidentally conjured one base.
Oh, okay. Oops.
Anything more than one base, and it really doesn't vibe well.
So
You're going to muster up some mackerel?
Ooh.
I'm gonna. God damn it! That's almost exactly the one I wrote. I have mobilized mackerel.
I like to imagine, though, that in this world, mackerel are generally immobile. So you're actually mobilizing them?
That's the magic part.
I'm going to start doing it, too. Get excited. I'm going to add a whole bunch of things to your world and then fuck off back to Encounter Party.
You're gonna go back to Encounter Party and be like,
If you do
guys,
this,
I don't know what they were doing over there.
But there was a lot of fish.
There were a lot of fish puns.
if you do this and you bring me to your world, I will make it just as bad. Remember
Luckily,
this
I
threat.
don't DM. Nailed it.
Even better, they will never know. They will never know what they're bringing.
Brian, I apologize in advance for whenever that happens.
It's okay.
All right.
Okay.
Mobilized mackerel.
Give me another wizard.
Magic. Oh no, I got a 4.
You can. Do,
I like also to imagine that Larry
I have-
says magic as he casts magic.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 4. Can I determine or something?
You can use a determination to add one more d6.
Okay.
Are we allowed to
That's a 3.
grant determination? Like,
No.
can I inspire with determination?
We're not allowed to help each other.
Yeah, you have to be sexy on your own or fail on your own.
I only got a 4.
Bugbear pouts.
Aw.
See, already sexy.
You are killing it.
You use a determination, Aethor?
Yes, I already did, and I got a 3.
Oh, no.
So I rolled a
Okay, what was your stress at?
3.
4. It was at 3.
Okay.
We're at a
You are-
4th stress.
Marcus stress ended 1 determination.
In a one shot, are you about to roll up a new character? Are we going to meet someone on the other side of the lake?
No. You're just dead.
This guy, where am I going to come for me?
per how these are
Sky.
done, just like we did with the doggo heist.
When you're done, you're done, yeah.
You're dead. You're just dead.
All right.
All right. I think Larry's going to start casting less spells.
Larry, what is your stat order?
3, 2, 1, Wizard Battle Sexy.
So casting less spells is not actually good for us.
No.
You need to be casting spells with less ambition.
I need you guys to stop being sexy and start being useful.
But being sexy
To be clear.
is how I'm useful.
Pretty much by the rules of the game, that's not going to happen.
Quite possible. Quite possible.
If I can't seduce it, I don't know what to do.
Also, I beat up your fucking base fish. You're welcome.
I didn't summon that. What are you
I
talking about?
rift hammered it in the face.
No, you
Emphasis
just-
on the rift.
So are we still stuck in the middle of the fucking lake?
Well, I guess somebody's
Well-
going to have to start rowing.
Seeing
Fine.
that you failed,
To mobilize mackerel.
Failed?
that was a failure.
Full on.
So, Larry, you again try to send out a call and summon fish to aid in pushing the boat forward. You feel the magic take hold. You feel something be summoned in the water. And probably a couple seconds later, there's suddenly a thud, and there's a long blue protrusion of something sticking up straight through the wood from beneath.
Larry.
And then it just... And you now are taking on water. Apparently, instead of summoning a mackerel, you accidentally ended up summoning what would be a bluefish.
Okay.
I think that's what they're called. They're the really long, pointy shits.
Bear hug, first of all, freaks out. Second of all, takes the butt end of the rift hammer and puts it over the hole.
Okay. You are now sitting there with your
And
hammer
now,
holding in
and
the hole.
Bear, we're leaning into this. Okay. And Bear Hug looks at Larry and says, "Damn it, Larry. This is how you, I need more. Larry, what other fish ones you got?
What, you need a fish?
Uh,
You got rainbow trout?
uh,
Oh my god, you have opened it.
I'm going to go with name a fish, V.
Oh, blimey.
Haddock.
Haddock.
We already went,
Crab. That's
Harold
not a fish.
Haddock. And Bear Hug would like to herald a haddock to push us along. I'm rolling 1 die.
Wait, you've got shadow magic, so it has to be a
Oh, you're right. I can't do this at all.
You can summon
I
Shadow the
summoned a
Hedgehog to
dead
put us.
haddock
You could use your shadow magic if you would like
to
to
summon
attempt to.
deceased haddock to be reanimated and
By her.
haddock us along.
Nope, I'm not joining in this.
See?
I've a good plan when this fails.
You could attempt to do it with
When this fails, that's a 6.
Okay.
So he
Wow.
summoned that fish.
Holy haddock.
Harold the
Somehow, some way, you watch as Bear Hug wields their dark magic and is able to call forth a undead haddock, which
Does it
begins.
fight the blue fish?
Do what?
Nothing. Keep going.
Begins pushing the boat forward at a surprisingly reasonable pace because it's undead and therefore has no stamina issues.
Huh.
Bear Hug looks utterly terrified and far too terrified to look contented with himself.
Sounds to me like he's just salty.
Don't be mean.
I'm
to
I
sorry,
don't
her.
like
can't
this.
help
I
it.
don't like this at all.
I can't. You don't
No,
like
I'm
this?
really into it. I'm not good at this, and I have to find one really good one before we're done here.
Don't be mean to him. He's still wet behind the ears when it comes to puns.
He's out of his depth.
I'm not sure what you mean.
We threw him in at the deep end.
Ned's making another face.
I'm gonna go stand on the front of the boat. You know that
This
thing
is
where you
how you
have
get,
like
get
one
guests
leg
to never
up.
come back.
yeah. I have like one leg up on the
Well,
front.
I guess I've been schooled.
There you go. Props. Good job.
He
I
gets like
appreciate
a
that.
Did it?
he gets a
Ned
free
did his one.
determination, right?
Because I'm so happy.
That's how this
I
works.
feel sophisticated.
Oh no, he's on a roll, guys.
Guys, I'm making another face. This is so fun.
Let the record show
Feel
he's
all
happy.
the time.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it's amazing.
I'm gonna go stand on the front of the boat.
Okay.
How big a boat are we dealing with here?
It's a rowboat.
It's not that big a boat. It's a rowboat. It's not that big.
I just kind of like move around you. I move around Larry. I put one leg up on the front of the boat, and I just I look
Like a
down,
good
I'm
Captain
just trying to
Morgan?
see. Yes, exactly like Captain Morgan, except really sexy.
I'd say
I think you mean Captain Morgan.
I'd say George Washington crossing the Delaware, but it feels like the wrong pose given our nationalities.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm just going to be looking on the shore. I want to see what's there when we arrive before we actually have to just before we go. Bam! We're on the shore and now we're screwed by whatever you've put here. I would like to get some sort of visual idea of what's going on first.
Okay. So, getting pushed along, you get probably about halfway across the lake before something strange.
We're
starts happening.
halfway across the lake.
Halfway. Halfway across the lake before something happens. It's probably around like noon the next day.
By the way, the bartender was just lying to us to get us out of this fucking
This
town.
bartender sucked, and we did not test theories.
No.
We
You-
committed to a bad choice.
You're moving along, and you notice a mist beginning to form along the surface of the water. And very quickly, it begins to engulf your vision. The entirety of this lake seems to be covered in a very thick mist.
Okay, so now
If you've in fact seen the show, The Mist, that thick.
I saw the didn't Tom Jane do a version of a movie of it back and it wasn't great.
I think so. I know there was a movie that
Like
they
a
did that was
2002
terrible,
remake of the John Carpenter classic.
and then there was the newer TV show they did, which was actually apparently really good, or at least as far as I understand, I think it's still going.
Also, I feel like there was oh no, that was The Fog. I was thinking of the Tom Welling, the kid from Smallville. He did one.
Well, Tom
You know what? I
Jane
think
was
you're right,
in
yeah.
our version of The Mist from 2007. Yes,
Tom Jane was?
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Thomas Jane. Yeah, okay.
This very thick mist
Thomas
begins
J.
to surround you, and from in the mist you hear,
You know, usually my prey are all back at the village. Why are you out here?
We are Team 69. We make the first move.
you hear a chuckle that kind of reverberates all around you.
And you are clearly not fishermen.
Please look at this body. I'm not a fisherman. Please look at it.
Usually we use that body as bait.
Oh, you son of a bitch. That was clever.
We're corrupting him. We're very slowly corrupting him.
So happy with this.
I'm so proud.
But
I'm really glad
surprise,
the
she's been
entire second
catfished.
season of Encounter Party is already recorded, or they would hate me.
Ned, why are you suddenly making so many of these puns? Where did this come
And they're
from?
all fish puns.
TLD. That's all TLD. Blame those assholes.
Yep.
I'm okay. Well, I'm gonna reap your souls now. So
What?
if you
No.
could stay, stay right there.
What? No.
But, sweetie, honey,
Are you gonna go slip
darling.
into something more comfortable?
I mean, I could.
Why don't you join us on the boat? We'll make it a real party.
Who says I'm not already here?
Well, honey, you're not showing anything worth a damn.
I like leaving things to the imagination.
That's
Their
what ugly
hug
people
goes.
say.
Agreed.
See, this one gets it. I'm gonna reap him last.
Can you not reap us and also stop reaping people?
But I'm a specter.
And you hear off in the like very far off in the mist somewhere. You hear
In training.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. Who's
Shut up.
who's that?
We got a student. Oh, there's a whole student
Don't worry
teacher
about
thing
it.
going on. Oh, I understand.
It's the plot of at least 10 of V's favorite videos.
No, I'm a specter. I'm here
In
for souls.
training.
Show us some specting. Inspect us.
Spectate this?
I like it. I'm into it.
I
Give
should
us
be
a
cast.
spectacle.
Ooh.
Do we?
What are the
It's weird. Normally people would just kind of run screaming like, no, don't.
Well, we're on a boat. Where are we gonna run, man?
You know, it's a good point.
what are the specs on this baby?
Oh, that was a good one.
Thank you. High five.
No, look, high five. It's the, it's
No,
the
look, high five.
69 way.
I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 3.
I give him the middle finger.
Okay, I know.
How's
I said,
that number for you?
I know I said I was going to leave you for last, but that
I'm
was
in
the
the
right
middle
number.
now.
No,
That was the right number.
dude.
Oh, I
Clearly.
got it.
It was 1.
Arch, I'm so mad at you right now. I'm so mad at you. You got put up perfectly for the joke. I know I said I'd reap you last. I lied. I'm so mad at you.
Also, not to be a stickler, but 1 is not a number between 1 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one. This is all live. Bearbug is saying. Bearhug is saying this. There's only one number between 1 and 3, and it's certainly not 1 because 1 is the first option.
And it's not 3, because 3 isn't between 1 and
Yes, exactly.
It is 3.
We start to debate this. I'm trying to get to engage him in conversation.
Maybe
Well,
the
you
choice
see in
was
front
with-
of you what is quite literally the most stereotypical looking ghost. Essentially just all white, 2 black holes for the eyes, and then the black hole O for the mouth. And then just the wispy looking
Oh,
tail
it's-
where there would be legs. And holding in its hands is like a very shitty looking like farmer's scythe. Like not like the
Honey,
scary Grim Reaper
don't worry,
scythe, like a farmer.
It's not all about the size of it.
I use my knowledge of occult shadowmancy to banish the specter to another realm. Now that I can see it.
I am going to need you to do cast wizard. Do wizard. Roll
It's
wizard.
not a good thing, guys. I don't feel like a hammer is going to do well here.
This is also the highest of difficulties.
Clearly.
I'm going to spend my 1 determination.
Good choice.
So you may roll 2d6 then.
Guys, think good thoughts.
You've got this, babe.
Sending good vibes.
And Bear Hug, like, so this the sound that you're hearing of me like getting the dice ready is Bear Hug like doing stretches. Like everyone has to wait for Bear Hug to be ready for this.
The
Everyone's
ghost is standing there,
like looking
kinda-
awkward.
At one point, like pulls back a sleeve that somehow doesn't seem to make sense, but cartoonishly fits. And there's a watch.
It's silly. It's always supposed to be a time.
No
test.
way. You bitch.
Nice.
Absolute bitch.
Okay.
I have 2 wizard rolls of 6 on a single die.
So you succeed at a cost. So you mark 1 stress.
Okay.
And you turn your loincloth invisible.
And something bad happens.
Do not reveal the nethers.
You do your stretches, and the not quite a specter is kind of sitting there looking at the watch like,
Can you hurry this up?
Oh, honey, no,
I'd love
honey,
your
honey,
souls to reap.
honey, he does not come early.
That's true. I make it last.
Mm-hmm. He's a very giving bugbear.
He once said,
Clearly. Quite clearly.
I always go first, but I also come last, is what he always said.
you weave your shadow magics, and then the ghost seems to start to fizzle and shimmer and seems to pop out of existence. However,
What a great pop!
the
Larry!
scythe, apparently not so much.
Oh.
You watch the scythe kind of just...
Can I shoot it out of the air?
You could try.
With magic?
Give me
No, I have
a
a
battle.
danger.
Oh,
Roll for battle.
Oh my god, I forgot about the fire cannon or whatever.
Yeah,
Ember
I have an
cannon.
ember cannon. I asked for it to be a derringer. So my leg is still clearly up on the side of the boat. So I just reach into the holster that's like in my
Do you have a
glasses.
thigh holster?
Of course I do.
Get
Jessica
it,
Rabbit has a
Jessica.
thigh holster.
It's got to be sexy.
Yeah, she
Get it,
pulls it out.
Jessica.
She sees it spinning and like she just aims it forward and pulls the trigger.
All right, roll for battle.
All right, roll for battle. 4.
Do you have any determination?
No, I haven't failed anything. I've rolled once.
So that's
Unlike
a failure.
us, she makes smart choices with her play.
You gain 1 stress and 1 determination,
Mm-hmm.
and your shot is a failure.
Boo.
So now you have 2 failure things going here.
Does a bad thing happen too?
2 bad things happen
Oh, what? Oh, right, because I failed.
because you both failed. Well, you succeeded at a cost, and then she just utterly failed. So you see the scythe spinning in the air, and you attempt to super cool and sexy, like shoot it out so that it doesn't do anything bad.
I kind
However,
of like catch it on the holster a little bit, like, oh, this is way too high up. Like, this is supposed to be sexy. It needs to be further down.
Mhm. You pull the trigger,
This is sexy, not practical. Sorry.
and now the scythe cuts into the side of the boat, and water begins slowly pouring in. Meanwhile, your bullet hits the boat, and you see a spark of fire starting to slowly spread on the wood.
It's a real ember cannon?
We can't be taking on water and be on fire at the same time. One of these is going to cancel the other one out.
We could
Exactly.
just-
Not
we're
yet,
gonna,
though.
Kick the water that's screwed in the bottom onto the fire. Just like
Easily
through.
done.
Yeah.
The fire is out. You are currently taking on water.
This is probably a bad time to tell you I do not know how to swim.
We all assumed that.
Yeah.
Bear hug.
The mist is beginning to dissipate. It is disappearing, slowly fading.
Hug the bear yells out, Hug Bug, sorry. Yells out into the mist, "Who's the other one?"
And can you save us?
Yeah. We'd love to fight you too, and this wouldn't be fair. Look how good looking we are. Look at his cheekbones.
They're underneath the beard. If you look, they're pretty good.
You're gonna regret not seeing our faces
Before we drown.
before we drown. Yes.
Being that this is an in-can and this is supposed to be a thing that's not really supposed to happen, one of you roll sexy.
Me. I'm doing it.
This is very, very difficult.
Are you a 3 sexy?
Yes, of course. Of course.
Okay,
The two of you are useless.
I'm impeccable
Useless.
style.
Both of you have 3 in sexy and 2 in fighting, which means both of you have 1 in magic. Why do you think I've been summoning Salma this whole game? To
have-
make up for the lack of
I
magic.
have impeccable style. So as I'm like trying to taunt them, I have like the gun held in a very sexy pose.
Also, like, just to be clear, I've rolled magic twice with a single die, and I've been doing fine.
I got a 1, followed by a 2, followed by a 3.
You fucked up.
Okay.
Oh,
That's a failure.
Determination. Shut up. 2.
Still a failure.
Can someone else try to be sexy?
How many stress do you have before this?
I had 1.
Okay, no, you're good.
Yeah, I'm totally fine. Now I have 2 stress and 2 failure. 1 determination because I used 1.
Can there be a sexy second?
You're always my sexy second.
Yeah, see?
If you would like to try,
I would love to try to sexy up whoever's hiding in the mist.
Please,
Go ahead.
let's try and sex up the specters of this world.
Okay, so I got 3 ones.
okay.
Dead, you're so dead.
I don't suppose you have determination.
No, I spent it on the last roll.
Oh no.
And your stress was at what?
A 2.
Okay. I am going to... Ned, I will let you decide what Bear Hug's fate is for how he passes from the realm of the living.
So Bear Hug, sensing that there might be trouble in River City, capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool, steps up to the front of the boat to do his classic leg up, almost showing the goods pose, but forgetting that it's a boat. And he steps...
A sinking boat.
He steps onto the side, which causes the boat to rock. And Bear Hug instantly face plants the water. Now, something that we didn't think about is that Bear Hug insulted the ancestors of the glorious and majestic and regal basefish. So this basefish has been following the boat, looking for an opportunity to get payback. And as Bear
The bass
Hug
drop on him.
hits the water, and the wax that was keeping his mustache in such a glorious shape dissipates, and it floats into just an ugly looking face. Out of nowhere, you hear a Seinfeld bass line. As it bites down on Bear Hug, enveloping him whole, and is dragged into the deep.
Out of respect for my friend, I don't watch him die because I know he wouldn't want anyone to see him in that horrific state.
I'm so sorry.
You hear as you fall. Thank you.
I loved you, but I won't look at you. I'm sorry. Your death will not be in vain.
And thus went Hug Bug the bear.
Oh no.
Now, the two of you.
Just the guy in the mist.
Are we sinking slower because Huckbug the Bear went down, or?
We maybe have to swim a bit. We maybe have to move a bit faster now.
I mean, he left his so-called rift hammer in one of the holes, so I'm just gonna put my thumb in the other hole.
Wait, are you expecting me to row?
Do you still have a scythe? Is there a ghost scythe chilling?
Is
It was
floating?
a physical scythe.
Is it floating?
No, it's metal.
Ah,
That shit sinks.
it's 90% wood. Okay, yes, I am expecting you to be useful.
Oh no, darling, I don't do that very well.
I know, I've noticed.
Excuse me, strange person in the mist. Are you there, darling?
It's no response.
Well, shit, we seem to be on our own.
Okay, so you put out the fire,
Uh-huh.
I plugged the hole,
You did.
and I summoned all the fish earlier,
Yes.
and then he stole my idea and summoned more fish.
Yes, it was an excellent idea of his.
Can you summon like a holy fish to push us?
A holy fish is a good
What
fish
is
to have.
the lightest of fish?
A holy mackerel.
A flying fish?
Thank you very much.
That was
I summon
that
a
was
holy
top
mackerel.
notch.
I have one in wizards. Just beware of this.
I want you to know if you fail,
I
you're
got a
summoning a holy
5.
shit.
I got a 5.
Okay.
I've seen my friends do this many times. This can't be difficult.
You succeed at a cost.
That's fine. I'll take it. So I'll take one stress.
So mark a stress.
And you lose all your teeth.
No.
No.
Well, that makes it easier
So-
for some things.
You summon a mackerel made of light. That's disgusting.
Hey, you literally put the word sexy battle wizards into this. You have to deal with the consequences.
I didn't put anything into this. I just picked the game and said, I have a stupid idea, which is kind of our MO for this podcast.
It is absolutely
okay?
Romo, yeah.
You summon a holy mackerel and begin pushing your now damaged, busted ass rowboat back towards the shore.
I now lean back in the boat and put my legs up on the side, watching Larry plug the hole. I've done my part.
You're doing great work.
Thank you.
You are. Something bad is going to happen now.
That's okay.
Who gets Bear Hug's part of the money?
Oh. I
Because-
mean, he had a sponsorship. Oh, he had everything going for him.
Oh no! Struck down in the prime of his
Yes.
Influencing. The prime of his influence.
who will inherit his
He was
Twitter.
but a budding content creator.
Pour one out for Hugbug.
Why?
What?
Why?
Why what?
Why do you want to know who gets his stuff?
I don't know. I'm just making small talk.
Oh, okay.
My thumb really hurts, and I can feel.
I'm sorry, I can't put these paws in there. I've just had my nails done.
You don't have any nails. You had them removed.
Claws. I have claws, babe.
Okay, yeah. That's
I have to make the joke anyways because I think it's too fun. As you are being pushed along in the boat, your light holy magic seems to have gone astray in your casting. The holy mackerel is still pushing you along quite well. But then you notice the boat slowly filling up with holy shit. It's essentially just piles of poop, but glowing.
Okay, so we have two choices now.
Mhm.
You can shovel that out of here, or you can switch with me and put your thumb in the hole.
Oh, no.
Your choice.
The real question is which one of you is better at fingering holes?
If I have claws, clearly not me.
She just paws at it until somebody screams.
It's a rough.
Ned's making a face again.
It's a rough line. It's hard.
Listen,
to
I never
to.
said that we were perfect.
Ha! Well done.
Uh,
I have an idea, but you can also cast your magic or try to, I don't know, convince the shit to leave.
I'm not going to do shit.
Is that a statement or?
Oh no, that's an absolute statement. I'm not going to try to seduce shit. I will remove the poop.
Oh, okay. Good. With your damage.
No, I'm not using my derringer. I have a little bit of respect. I will throw the poop out as it arrives.
Okay. You get your hands very dirty and shitty as you begin scooping the poop out.
Scoop the poop. It's a very specific musical theater reference if anyone wants to tweet at me later.
Hashtag scoop the poop.
Hashtag scoop the poop.
And while you're at it, somebody fill me in on what it is too.
Hashtag TLT.
It's
Pod.
very specific.
Oh. Okay. I definitely need to know later then.
Casey will probably know.
What's up, Casey?
So, takes you a little while, especially being that it's a single holy mackerel, but you are able to make your way back to shore. Nobody thanks you. Nobody even wants to acknowledge you. They kind of look at the damaged boat and seem to have some inkling of who you are. Apparently, the tavern keep spread the word that a certain group of people showed up. Everybody kind of just clears the way and gives you what you assume to be respectful distance.
Mhm, that's how I'm going to take it.
I think it's mostly the smell, though.
There might be some odor involved as well. Holy shit is still shit. And you make your way back to Galveston. Grunk gives you your share of pay. And
And
leaves
where
these,
does Hugbugs go?
Where does hug bug bear hug bear
Bear hug the bugbear. I just really like Hugbug the bear now.
hug bug bear? Where does his share of the money go?
I think
I think you should
would
give it to charity.
like to invest it.
in.
I feel like we
My
should
undies.
invest it in. I promise to invest it in my undies if they make a bug hug the exclusive print that everybody wants. So I want his face over everyone's underwear.
Just on the front.
Okay. Give
Everywhere,
me
just everywhere.
one final, before we end the game, one final sexy roll.
I'm going to use my determination because I want this to work.
Okay.
What if this kills you?
That's a 1. Nah. I was so hoping she was going to roll 4 once.
6.
I was sort of hoping the final roll of the game would kill another character in the name.
I was, part of me was hoping.
How would I die in this situation?
Of
I go pick up
embarrassment.
the underwear. I get like covered in underwear.
The underwear begins filling also with holy shit.
No.
No.
We're not going to diaper porn.
It takes some finagling. It takes a lot of charm and sexiness, but you are able to work out a deal with MyUndies that allows for Bear Hug's face to be prominently displayed on all of these undergarments. And Kino is questionably all the better for it.
Will never be the same again.
Not after this one shot. And we're that's the end. We're done. We're done with that.
I'm going to cast cold crabs on her underwear.
Oh no!
I hate you so much because I gave that to you. I literally sent him a Discord message saying cool crabs.
Hey there, guys. Arch here. I wanted to say thank you very much for listening. I greatly appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed our silly antics for this game. It's a little bit off the beaten path of what we usually do, but hey, we're closing out the year, so why not have a little bit of fun with it? If you haven't played this system before, if you're unaware of it, it's called Sexy Battle Wizards. It's a one-page RPG made by the same guy that did Honey Heist, which is the one-page RPG we did last year for New Year's for the Doggo episode. If you haven't listened to it, I would highly recommend it. Some things I need to mention real quick, and then I'll end it. We do have a Patreon. If you haven't checked it out before, it's at patreon.com/tldpod. We have a bunch of great tiers with different rewards, and we have some goals that we are aiming to hit, which allow for us to produce audio drama episodes for some of the key NPCs. Right now, I believe the Bogrim one is actually being worked on and should be coming around sometime, hopefully soon. And I do have to thank one of our patrons who recently signed up, Emily. Thank you very much for becoming a patron. It really helps us out a lot. That's pretty much it, guys. I wish you all a happy new year from all of us here at TLD Pod. We hope that you've had a wonderful 2019, and we look forward to having an even better 2020 with you all. There's a lot of great stuff coming from us, so stay tuned. And until next time, farewell.